And when we observe others, we judge about them and come to the conclusion that we are doing much better than they do, right? This can happen. Not always, but can happen. For example, somebody earns less than we do in a job and we feel superior. Or we look better than other persons and become proud of this. Or a little bit more subtle, we are about the same level, but buy a better car or a very expensive piece of clothes, and wearing this or driving this car, we feel superior to the other. These are two outer examples. And any inner example would be, for example, a great scholar, definitely better than ourselves, is asked something, and the scholar, only this one thing, he doesn't know, or she doesn't know, but we know. And thus we feel in our whole much superior to that person, although we are not really superior. Or we have organized something, and then when everybody is impressed how well everything is organized, we feel, oh, that's me. I have organized all of this. And so this was really me. So this I becomes very strong, and we think we have all of this done, but actually if we go into detail we see that we are only one person in a large group of people who have actually done this, and it's not only us, right? So, or we keep a strict discipline, meditate very long and intensive, and we think we are a real great practitioner, siddha, mahasiddha, right? But actually we have even not entered the path yet. Or if somebody has made real progress on the path, perhaps our teacher, at a certain point we may think that we are quite close to the teacher's attainment, only a little inferior. But actually there is still a big difference between the teacher and ourselves. This is also a kind of pride. So there are, in general, we say 7 kinds of pride. I don't want to go into all these details, we don't have the time now. But I have given some examples. And I think the most worst thing is probably if we are proud on having something accomplished that is ethically wrong, right? Like killing somebody or having successfully deceived somebody by making business or whatsoever, you know. So then there can also come a pride on this. So I think becoming proud in a way on what we have really achieved in the Dharma, we have to see, is this self-esteem or is it pride? Yeah. But I think to generate self-esteem is very much necessary also to keep us going and not to get frustrated. So we need to find the middle way between these two and figure out, I think whenever there is something that feels superior to others, then there's pride. But if we just feel, well, I have done well, and comparing to the Buddhas, I still have to get better, but not bad for the time being. Some improvement. I think that's kind of self-esteem we should really develop. So, and I think what is also very helpful is to consider that we can always find others who do better than us. Right, when pride arises, that we make clear to us there are others who have more wealth, unless they are the richest person in the world, or we are the richest person, then for sure not. But since we are not, there are always others who know, who have more than we, who have more knowledge or are more realized than ourselves, unless we are Buddha. And if we take all the others' qualities together, it's always more than our own, right? And so I think in reality, this is relativizing very much our own development and makes it clear to us that actually there's really not so much we can be proud of, right? Because there are so many things we can still learn and so many things we don't know. If we see what we know already, even if we have learned much, if we compare it to what we don't know, then it's really very little, right? And the same goes with the qualities we have achieved. There's always, I mean, when we consider all the qualities of a Buddha, in comparison to this, we are still all little babies, right? So I think with mindfulness we can identify our pride, and possible antidotes are, as I mentioned, that we consider the a relative, how do you say, being the relative, yeah, comparing to those who have done better than us, or recollection of dependent arising in general, and then developing great esteem for our achievements, and not only for ours but also for the achievements of others, so that we really appreciate what others have done so far. And prostrations are considered also to be a good antidote against pride, or to take an inferior position comparing to others. I mentioned, for example, just imagining oneself as a little dog. When pride comes up immediately, or as we have recited yesterday, there's this very beautiful verse in the 8 verses of Thought Transformation, where it says, whenever I'm with others, I will practice seeing myself as the lowest of all. And from the very depth of my heart, I will respectfully hold others as supreme. Let us meditate a little bit and try to develop this attitude.